In 1868, an Egyptian mummy arrived at the National Museum in Zagreb, Croatia, a seemingly unremarkable addition to their growing collection of antiquities. Little did they know, this particular artifact held secrets far beyond its outward appearance. It was acquired by Mihail Barak, a man of considerable curiosity and means, during his travels in Egypt, a land then captivating the imagination of Europe. He likely saw it as a fascinating souvenir, a tangible piece of ancient history to bring back home. Unlike the lavish burials of pharaohs, with their opulent displays of wealth and power, this mummy seemed ordinary, almost pedestrian in its presentation. No gold, no gleaming mask to signify royalty or divine status, no jewels, no precious stones adorning the body for its journey into the afterlife, just a simple stone sarcophagus, unadorned and functional, and linen wrappings, the standard fare for preserving the deceased. Initially, the focus was solely on her Egyptian origins, her place within the grand tapestry of ancient Egyptian civilization. The wrappings, crucial for the mummification process, were dismissed as mere burial cloth, a practical necessity rather than a source of information. Yet, hidden in those seemingly unremarkable linen strips, something extraordinary lay dormant. It was a secret that would puzzle scholars for decades, a linguistic enigma waiting to be unlocked. The real treasure wasn't gold, the kind that gleamed and captivated. It was words, a form of wealth, far more enduring and revealing. Words inscribed on the very fabric that cradled the dead, a silent narrative woven into the threads of time. For years the mummy was just an exotic curiosity, a static display behind glass. Her wrappings overlooked, their significance lost in the shadow of more outwardly impressive artifacts. No one suspected these linens held a linguistic key to a different ancient world, a world beyond the familiar hieroglyphs and pharaohs of Egypt. The journey of this mummy, across continents and cultures from Egypt to Europe, was already remarkable in itself, a testament to the burgeoning field of archaeology and the allure of the ancient world. But the most fascinating part was yet to unfold, hidden beneath layers of linen and historical oversight. But the most fascinating part was yet to unfold, a story waiting to be deciphered by keen eyes and persistent minds. It was a mystery not of the body, the physical remains of a life long past, but of the shroud, the very fabric that concealed and ultimately revealed a forgotten language. These humble linen strips would soon challenge assumptions about the ancient world, and open a window into a lost civilization, offering a glimpse into a culture previously shrouded in mystery. The stage was set for a revelation, a moment of profound understanding that would rewrite history. That would link two ancient worlds, Egypt and Etruria, in a way no one could have predicted, forging an unexpected connection across time and geography. The Zagreb mummy was about to become not just an artifact. Far more than just another relic from antiquity, it was about to become a Rosetta Stone of sorts, unlocking the secrets of a forgotten people. Years later, the linen wrappings caught the eye of German Egyptologist Heinrich Brugsch. He noticed faint, inked characters, unlike any Egyptian script he knew. The writing wasn't hieroglyphic, hieratic, or demotic, nor did it match Coptic. Scholars across Europe examined the script, but it remained a baffling enigma. The mummy was Egyptian, but the words on her shroud were from somewhere else entirely. This anomaly hinted that the Zagreb mummy was more than a preserved body. She was a vessel for a forgotten message. The linen strips, covered in strange, flowing writing, became a subject of intense curiosity. What secrets did they hold? Who wrote them? Why were they wrapped around an Egyptian mummy? The answers would come, but not from Egyptologists. The script's true identity would soon be revealed from an unexpected quarter. The mystery deepened, and the world waited for a breakthrough. The Zagreb mummy's wrappings were about to rewrite history. The mysterious linen strips, seemingly ordinary at first glance, eventually reached Vienna, finding their way into the collections of a museum, a repository of history and artifacts. There, they caught the attention of Jakob Krall, a dedicated Austrian Egyptologist, a man deeply immersed in the study of ancient civilizations and their intricate languages. Krall possessed a profound passion for ancient languages, a fascination that drove him to decipher the secrets hidden within forgotten scripts. He meticulously examined the linen, and soon, something about the script caught his attention. He took notice. It was in the year 1891 that Krall, after countless hours of study and analysis, made a truly stunning discovery, a revelation that would rewrite our understanding of history. The script, to his astonishment, was not Egyptian at all, but rather Etruscan, completely different from the hieroglyphs and demotic writing one would expect to find on Egyptian mummy wrappings. The Etruscans were an ancient Italian civilization, a powerful and influential culture that thrived in the region long before the rise of the Roman Empire. They were known for brief inscriptions found on tombs and pottery, but never anything approaching a text of this length and complexity, and certainly never written on linen, a material rarely used by the Etruscans for writing. The idea of finding an entire Etruscan book, perfectly preserved and discovered in Egypt, was an unprecedented and truly remarkable find, something that defied all expectations. Krall meticulously compared the alphabet and the distinctive writing style, scrutinizing every detail, carefully confirming the match with other, albeit much shorter, known Etruscan texts. The Etruscan language itself, a linguistic isolate, unique, and demonstrably not Indo-European, standing apart from many of the other languages of the region, was, and to a large extent still is, largely mysterious, its secrets stubbornly resisting full decipherment. News of the extraordinary find electrified scholars across the globe. Suddenly, the Zagreb mummy was no longer just an Egyptian artifact but a bridge, connecting Egypt and ancient Italy, highlighting the complex interactions of the ancient Mediterranean world. The focus of scholarly attention immediately shifted, moving away from the details of Egyptian burial practices and towards the tantalizing prospect of unlocking the secrets of Etruscan literature. The linen wrappings, once seen as mere funerary bindings, were now recognized as precious pages torn from a lost book, a window into a forgotten world. This was a pivotal moment in archaeological history, dramatically revealing the interconnectedness of the diverse cultures that flourished in the ancient Mediterranean world. The Zagreb mummy's shroud, an unassuming object for so long, had unexpectedly become the most significant and substantial Etruscan text ever discovered, a priceless treasure from the past. It was as if a silent voice, emanating from a long-lost and vanished civilization, had finally been heard, its message echoing across the centuries. The mystery of exactly how it got there, what series of events led to an Etruscan text ending up in Egypt, however, remained and continues to remain an unsolved and intriguing historical puzzle. The shock of finding an Etruscan book in Egypt was immense. Etruscans from what is now Tuscany were known for their art and tombs, but not for surviving books, especially not on linen. There was the only intact Etruscan linen book ever found, its survival a miracle of preservation. The wrappings were pages from a larger book, offering a rare glimpse into Etruscan language and culture. The Etruscans flourished from the 8th to 1st centuries BC, influencing Roman religion, architecture and customs. Their language, unrelated to Latin or Greek, remains only partly understood due to the scarcity of long texts. Most Etruscan inscriptions are short and repetitive, making thee invaluable. This linen book with over 1,000 words offered an unprecedented opportunity to study the Etruscan language. It was a literary treasure, revealing a civilization whose voice had nearly vanished. The Zagreb mummy's wrappings became the key to unlocking Etruscan mysteries. The Linen Book of Zagreb, instantly became the longest and most important Etruscan text ever found. Before its discovery, Etruscan was known only from short inscriptions. Now scholars had a continuous text of over 1,000 words. Became the cornerstone of Etruscan philology, offering new vocabulary and glimpses of grammar. What does it say? Scholars determined it's a ritual calendar, a guide to religious ceremonies, sacrifices, and observances. The text lists dates, deities, and rituals, revealing a society deeply invested in appeasing its gods. Names like Nethans and Tinia appear alongside lesser-known deities. The calendar details offerings and prayers, providing a rare look at Etruscan religious life. This isn't epic poetry, but a practical religious document, a sacred almanac. It opens a unique window into the Etruscan spiritual world. Every phrase is a clue to a lost civilization's beliefs. The Zagreb mummy's wrappings became a bridge to Etruscan ritual and faith. While the linen told an Etruscan story, the mummy herself was Egyptian. Study of her mummification and coffin style placed her burial in the Ptolemaic period between the 4th and 1st centuries BC. Hieroglyphic inscriptions revealed her name, Nesi-Khons, meaning she belongs to Khonsu, the Egyptian moon god. Her burial was traditional, with no sign of Etruscan heritage. Was she simply an Egyptian woman whose burial used a discarded Etruscan text, or was there a deeper connection? The evidence points to an Egyptian identity, making the presence of the Etruscan book even more mysterious. The Ptolemaic era was a time of international trade and cultural exchange. Alexandria was a cosmopolitan hub, where people and objects from across the Mediterranean mingled. Nesi-Khons lived in a world where such cultural juxtapositions, though rare, were possible. Her story is woven into the broader tapestry of ancient Mediterranean history. Understanding the Nesi-Khons has relied on scientific advances. Early analysis was limited, but technology transformed the study of the linen and the mummy. Chemical tests confirmed the ink's antiquity, ruling out forgery and aiding conservation. Advanced imaging, infrared and multispectral, revealed faded writing invisible to the naked eye. These techniques allowed scholars to reconstruct more of the text, word by word. The linen's weave and composition were studied, though its exact origin remains uncertain. Radiocarbon dating confirmed the burial's time frame. CT scans of the mummy revealed her age, health and mummification details without unwrapping her. Each scientific breakthrough brought new insights but also new questions. The mystery of the Zagreb Mummy and her Etruscan shroud endures. Science continues to illuminate this extraordinary archaeological puzzle. The biggest question remains, a puzzle that has captivated researchers for years. How did an Etruscan sacred book, a text of immense cultural significance, become funerary linen for an Egyptian woman named Nesi-Khons? The circumstances surrounding this remain shrouded in mystery. One theory suggests Etruscan traders venturing far from their homeland brought the book to Egypt, perhaps as a trade commodity, where at a later point in time it was repurposed, perhaps unknowingly, as burial cloth. In cosmopolitan Alexandria, a melting pot of cultures and commerce, old textiles were often recycled and reused. Perhaps the linen's text, written in a language foreign to most Egyptians, was simply ignored or tragically misunderstood. Another theory posits a more personal connection, a link between two distinct cultures. Maybe Nesi-Khons or her family generations ago had distant Etruscan roots, a heritage that had faded with time, or the book, passed down through generations, was a cherished family heirloom, its original significance lost to time. Or perhaps the linen, regardless of its origins, was simply a practical material, readily available and suitable for burial purposes, reused by embalmers, skilled in their craft but unaware of the profound significance hidden within its threads. Despite extensive research and scholarly investigation, much about this extraordinary find remains a mystery. Many passages of the are still obscure, defying definitive interpretation. The precise journey of the book from Etruria to Egypt, the paths it traveled and the hands it passed through, is likely to remain speculative, lost to the sands of time. Yet, the Zagreb mummy and her unique shroud serve as a powerful testament to the interconnectedness of the ancient world, a reminder that cultures were never truly isolated. For Egyptology, the study of ancient Egypt and Etruscan studies alike, the exploration of Etruscan civilization, this extraordinary find is a treasure, offering a rare and invaluable insight into two distinct yet intertwined lost civilizations. The story of Nesi-Khons and her Etruscan shroud endures, captivating our imaginations and sparking endless questions, a beautiful enigma, a captivating puzzle, woven from the intricate threads of history.